法律101。
大家好，欢迎收听在今天德州中文台为大家带来的法律101，我是胡美健。在今天呢，我们在12月22号再一次的，也是今年最后一次，和来自休斯顿警务中心的高阶警官 Officer James Sabota 一块进行我们今天的这一个单元，欢迎朋友们一块收听。Good morning, Officer. Welcome to join the show.
Good morning, Pam. It is such of a pleasure to be invited yet again and yet another year. We have so much good time. And we were just talking about that before the show, where the year has gone. But I said, we're still young. Audience is young. And we have many, many good years ahead of us.
That's right. And we all have a young heart and full of energy.
Yes, a lot of energy. And that's what keeps us going.
一开始呢，当然了，和 Officer Sabota 合作啊，我们在这里啊，刚才和他算了一下，明年进入18年了啊。不回头算，真的想不出来。回头仔细算一下，哇，这么人生有多少个18啊？18年过了，明年我们会继续。欢迎朋友们不要错过。So next year we're going to go to the 18th year.
Yes, and we've been doing the show now for 18 years, going on 18 years. I think, when I go out to the communities, especially the Chinese communities, sometimes they see my name badge on my uniform and they go, "Oh, you're Officer James Sabota from the talk show with Pam." And I go, "Oh, yes, I am." So sometimes we'll sit and we'll stand around and talk about some issues and some great things. And so it's so nice really to go out. Maybe I go to some Chinese restaurants or I go to the big store off of Bel Air and go shopping and look around. And
you are the celebrity.
Well, that's what they think. And some people want to take pictures. And I say, okay, let's take a selfie together. So,
you are the celebrity. You are a celebrity.
But it's truly an honor for all these years and for many years ahead of us to work together. And that's what life is about, to work together with our expertise, whether it's law enforcement or, whatever the guests, all of your guests, everybody has their own place in life and their expertise. Right. And that's what we're supposed to do is share ideas.Share
ideas. 所以呢，在过去已经马上我们在一个礼拜进入第18年啊，跟Officer 的这个节目，我们会继续，还有好多的讯息，好多年在等着我们继续一步一步的完成。朋友们，我们都有年轻的心，年轻充满了干劲活力，所以朋友们，我们大家一起往下继续走下去啊，一起平平安安、快乐、成功的往下走。要跟 Officer Sabota 今天呢，因为谈到了好多不同的议题 ，We have many different topics going to discuss today. Since the first one is because it's a half freeze temperature weather, and I have a question for Officer. It's going to be freezing, so we all ask people to stay inside the house to keep warm or go to the shelters. But how about if I'm still driving on the road and I see someone waving to me and it looks like he or she was very, very cold. I didn't wear enough, didn't have enough warm clothes to wear. Should I stop and invite him come into my car and ask him or she asking her where you want to go and I can give him or her a ride? Is that recommended, suggest or not? OK, 朋友们，我在问的就是呢，现在是大寒流在今天晚上明天就会来了，虽然我们都告诉大家留在室内保暖，或者呢如果不行，那么在市府方面有好多的 shelters George Brown Convention Center 下午3点就展开，你都可以进去， Lakewood Church 也有。那么但是如果还是在我们开车在路上的时候，寒冷寒风阵阵的时候，看到了路边有人这个缩着脖子抖在那里，穿的不够，然后跟你挥手，想要问你看可不可以搭个便车，你要不要停下来？你要不要发挥这个爱心？ 我们是不是要设身处地、人机己及人力己力的来着想，来发挥爱心，那么送他一程呢？那么我们听听看 Officer Sabota 是怎么样子的建议。
You know, Pam, this is a very good topic, especially right now where it's cold. Yes, it's going to get cold. Yes, it's going to get below freezing. And yes, we are human beings where our hearts still, we care about people and animals, and we still want to help people, whether sometimes our heart leads us and it gets beyond what is reality. So, okay, let's talk about homeless that we see on the streets. You may see them on street corners begging for money or for a ride, or they have a sign. We also see, if you get into downtown Houston or some of these bridges where they have tents, that they're living in tents, or they may have makeshift shelters. Now, why are people homeless? It's a couple of different things, a couple of different reasons that we are finding out now. We've done a lot of research. Lots of times people are homeless because they have a type of mental illness, or they are addicted to drugs or alcohol. And so with this combination, sometimes this is what we find. So in many cases, I get asked this question: can I help? There's a lot of true shelters that go out, provide them blankets, provide them jackets, provide them food, even though they don't want to go in these shelters. Now, lots of times they don't want to go in these shelters because there's rules. These shelters allow them to sleep, take a bath, and feed them. But there's some of these homeless people that don't want to do this because they don't want to follow the rules that they have in place. So this is what we find. So to answer the question, and we'll talk more about this, but I would be very, very careful on stopping, pulling over, and offering somebody a ride in your car or inviting them to your house. Because there may be a few people that would like this, but there's a few people that this could be a trick where they get into the car and they could pull a gun on you and rob you. They could have you go to your home with this gun on you. They could say, let me go in your house. They could rob you. They could tie you up. They could make you go on your computer, open up your bank account, and get and send money, transfer money to a bank account out of the country, and tie you up and ask for your jewelry, your cash, your cell phones.
Unbelievable.
So it's and people say, what, does this really happen? Yes, it really happens. So, and like I say, if the human body, yes, they can freeze if it's under, but most of these people, there are shelters that will go out there and provide them help as far as food and shelter. But we'll talk about a little bit in a second.
OK， 好，朋友们，在这里的话，刚刚呢这一个问题啊，我想对于 Officer Sabota 来讲的话，这也是一个蛮有挑战性的问题，因为呢，我们都在说我们要发挥我们的爱心，我们要帮助需要帮助的人，尤其在我们知道了、看到的，我们不能够装作没发生、没看到。但是呢，在这里呢 ，Officer Sabota 特别提醒大家，这个害人之心不可有，防人之心不可无。尤其在现在呢，很多时候你会看到在外头的这些无家可归流浪的群众，事实上呢，在市府方面都提供了 shelters 还有呢慈善机构，包括了像是 church 教堂，就像 Lakewood Church 也一样，都会提供这一些 shelters。那么为什么这些人不去呢？最主要呢是因为他们有要求 ，shelter 里面有规矩，你不可以在里面喝酒，你不可以在里面吸大麻，你不可以在里面怎么样怎么样。所以呢，对于他们来讲，他们不愿意去，所以选择不去，而在外头这个流荡。但呢，也有可能呢，他们这个是也有很多发生的就是呢，好心 的这个情形，结果却造成了很大很大的损失。像是什么样呢？就是反而引狼入室啊。这我们有一句话，这个白眼狼是后来反咬你一口，这也是一样的。很多时候呢，他们表示无助，但你给他们的帮助的以后呢，他很有可能反过来打劫你啊，洗劫你，然后呢对你造成伤害。所以 Officer Sabota 呢是不大建议大家在你的爱心这一方面啊发挥的那么多。
Now, we get calls all the time, and they ask us, is it legal for somebody to stand on a street corner and beg for money? And of course, we looked at the laws many years ago, and it is legal to stand there. Now, it is illegal to come out off that medium and come up to your car and wash your window or knock on your door of your window of your car. That's illegal for them to step in the moving lane of traffic. Now, we sat for many years and we investigated. We watched these people. Now, what we found out is a lot of these panhandlers, these beggars, they are professionals.
Professionals.
And we watched. Now, they have a sign, give me your spare change. Okay. Now, we watched, and we watched with binoculars. We were undercover, and we watched them. A lot of them pull up in nice cars, and they park their cars in a shopping center. And some of them, what they'll do is they'll beg for money, and they'll ask for, give me your spare change. But most people don't have time when they hit a red light. You're at the red light for 60 seconds or less.
Yes.
So most people don't have time to get your change. So they get their wallets, they get their purses, and they give them at least $1 or more, maybe $2 or $3. And think about it. Let's do the math. 60 seconds, there's 60 minutes in an hour. That's 60 minutes. And if it's a big intersection, they make at least $1 a minute. That's $60 an hour. And many of them make more money than that because some people give them $2 or $3 or a $5 bill. And this is tax-free.
妈妈咪呀！朋友们，刚才你听到 Officer Sabota 讲了吗？这一些有时候我们在这个马路十字口啊，你会看到有人在以劳力换取金钱。其实呢，其实这是不对的啊。他可以在这个路边乞讨啊，但是呢，他不能够走到你的车子这边来跟你要钱，更不可以再帮你刷个你的 window 你的车窗，然后敲车子让你给钱。很多时候我们都会看到朋友们都会给钱，都会把这一个怎么讲呢？这一个钱啊，这一些总觉得，哎呀，没什么关系啦，就这么一点钱也帮个忙吧。好，你就给他了。那么皮包里面不一定只有一张1块钱纸币，搞不好是5块钱。也许呢，你也不可能一张一张的数，一把抓过去呢，可能就是2块3块。所以呢，在这种情形下的话，我们在这个警方也做了一个统计啊，平均1个小时，平均的话大概它可以1个小时可以有60块钱，因为大的这种十字路口车子太多了，所以在这种情形下的话，它有可能1个小时赚60块。哇，朋友们，是否你会觉得很难过呢？他赚的比你还要多呢？所以而且还是 tax， 他不用缴税 ，tax free。Uncle Sam 跟 IRS， 我对他完全没有办法。
So what we also found is we caught this one group, and they parked the cars, and it was cold weather like it is right now, or colder. We watched them, and they put on thermal bodysuits to keep them warm.
Okay,
and then they put on tattered, broken, torn clothes, and they sit there and they shivered, but they were actually very warm because they had these almost like diver suits that kept them warm. And they were fooling everybody. And we also found a few females that put makeup on to make it look like they had some man punched them. So we watched most of the drivers gave these ladies that had makeup like they had a bruised eye, they got hit, maybe domestic, and we watched these females put makeup on to make it look like they were injured.
Wow. 真的这些 They should go to Oscar.
Yes, yes.
在这里啊，刚刚 Officer 又分享了一下啊，这个他们的警方的一个经验，他们做的跟踪调查。其实呢，在我们看到在十字路口的这些瑟缩在那里啊，这个寒颤颤抖的这一些人，事实上他的里边穿的是 thermal， 这个是保暖的特殊的保暖衣在里边，裹了几层，在外头只是外头看起来这个寒碜的很啊，看起来很寒碜和可怜。事实上呢，它抖，它不是真的，那个是做出来抖给你看。事实上，它暖和的很呢。还有一些女性呢，这个在外头流浪，好像在乞讨的女性，感觉上她是被家暴的。事实上，那个就是我们讲的 make up 化妆品啊。你把这个 eyeshadow 再配上你的这个 eyebrow pencil。稍微用一用，然后把那个腮红啊，这个 blush 放到脸上，再贴一贴，口红放在旁边点一点，事实上效果差不多，也是看起来被家暴的情形。
Now, we're not picking on all homeless. This is a small percentage who actually cheat everybody and they work the system. There's evidence. We can all go out and we can see true homelessness that us as human beings, we feel sorry for them. But we're finding out, and if you go across a nation, you're finding more and more big cities, L.A., Austin, on the East Coast, West Coast, where there are more and more homeless people that have tents set up where it used to be nice neighborhoods, nice businesses.
Yes.
And they're blocking. They're using the bathroom on the streets, on the sidewalks, and bringing down neighborhoods. They're going to people's homes. They're taking baths with the water hoses. But so there's more homeless people now, and I'm born and raised here in Houston, but there's probably more evidence of it that's out there. But, there's a lot of churches, there's a lot of shelters. If you want to really help the homeless, go to the church or the shelter of your choice and meet with the directors and ask them. Lots of times, if you really want to help, they're asking for volunteers.
Okay.
Where you can go, maybe they have vans to serve them hot meals, to give them jackets, blankets that's donated, and you will actually see the truth about homelessness.
好，在这呢Officer Sabota 呢要提醒大家啊，事实上呢，如果你真的要对这一些需要帮助的群众要帮助他们，那么也建议大家，那么最安全最好的方式呢，你可以到包括了这些 shelters 慈善机构，或者呢在靠近你想要去你方便去的这些 church 或者是 temple 庙宇，你都可以去跟他们联系，到现场问他们的这个负责人到底如何你可以实质上的帮助。那么通常的这些地方都会就是要求的大部分都是 volunteer， 都是自愿的这种帮助。或者呢，我们也晓得在 Convention Center 呢Thanksgiving 有一个 Thanksgiving 的 feast， 通常来讲在感恩节之后呢，圣诞节跟新年也会有这种免费的大餐这种提供给需要的群众。那么这也是你可以展现你的爱心，协助帮助他们的机会，去参加这个活动，成为他们的志愿工作人。好，在我们今天的节目结束以前，我有一个好奇的问题要很快的问一下 Officer， 他们家在这个寒冬季节水管是怎么保护的这个是意外的问题。 I have a question not related to the law enforcement. The hard freezing weather, we all encourage people to protect the pipes. What are you going to do?
Yes, I have a lot of experience. Before I was a police officer, I was somewhat of a mechanic, and also I did a lot of repairs on homes. So I have a lot of experience in that as a young man, and I help people some of my neighbors and family and friends to protect their homes. Very important. It is to wrap your outdoors faucets. Disconnect the water hose. Wrap it. Even right now, of course, if you go to some major home improvement stores, they're probably sold out. But if you have some old rags, wrap it up real tight with some tape where the cold weather, because most of them are copper. Most of those valves are copper, and copper is very soft. It's not like hard steel. So if there's water in there, which there is, the freeze will expand and it will break that, and you'll have it. So make sure that all your outdoors faucets are wrapped up. And, if you can, maybe turn up the heat to heat up the house more.
Yes.
Because you got pipes in the attic.
That's right.
You got pipes in the wall. So make sure that the heat, but please be careful about space heaters that you plug into the wall. Sometimes animals, they'll go and brush up. If you have a dog, they'll brush up against it. They'll knock it over. And then you got a problem. Now the heat is heating up the wood on your walls or your floors or your carpet. And last night it was unfortunate. There were a couple that burned up. So please be very cautious of space heaters. And one additional tip, do not go in your garage, start your car up, and get inside your car to warm up or to plug in your cell phone to charge it. Because the fumes, if you don't open up your door, pull your car out, from time to time across this country, people think, I'm going to warm up on my car.
No.
And they go in there and they suffocate from the carbon monoxide from the fumes of the car. So do not go in your car and warm up.
好，最后呢，Officer Sabota 呢提醒大家，他有非常多的经验，他本身呢在当警察以前啊是这一方面的专家。那么在户外的所有的水管、水龙头包起来，水管全部要就是 disconnect， 把它拿开啊。那么可以放到你的 garage 或者放到走廊下边。那么在室内的话，请你把暖气打开。那么多家具，把你的橱柜的门也打开。然后呢，如果你有这种移动式的取暖的这个暖气小暖炉的话，要注意安全啊，千万不要让猫狗在旁边碰到了倒下来造成火灾。另外呢，也不建议朋友们千万不要跑到你的车库里边，在你的车子里边去充你的电话，然后呢去这个充电或者是取暖，因为很多时候呢，因为没有通风，所以呢造成一氧化氮中毒而丧命，所以希望大家特别的注意。最后呢，还是要提醒我们的听众朋友，在这个这一次的超级寒冷的天气里边的话，你千万不要说我家是瓦斯炉，反正炉子会有火吧，也会有热吧，我就把它打开，厨房热了，好，整个房子旁边也就热起来，千万不要做这种蠢事啊！这种蠢事，朋友们，希望大家都能够避免啊，千万注意，能够让自己安全、温暖、平安、快乐的度过这一个寒冷的季节、寒冷的天气和接下来的节日。好，节目要在这里告一段落。今天这是我们今年最后一次和 Officer Sabota 带给大家的法律101，谢谢朋友们的收听。Time is up.Time
goes by so quickly, and here we are, the end of 2022, about to go to 2023. We're excited. I look forward to the next show, which will be in January. And also, I'm excited about the Chinese New Year, which is going to be in January, I think 22nd, I think
That's
it is.
Right. Early, 22nd, January 22nd will be the Year of Rabbit.
And I'm excited maybe I can go into the community and eat some good Chinese food.
Yeah, let's go together.
yes.
明年的新年1月22号。兔年在明年到来，我们在这呢，祝大家这个是土气扬眉，先在这里祝福。好，我们节目在这告一段落了，谢谢朋友们收听，休息一会儿，欢迎收听我们接下来的节目。Well, see you next year.
Yes, thank you. Goodbye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everybody.